For the podcast question, I say, what's the video game that has the best memories attached to them? That doesn't necessarily have to be your guy's favorite game of all time, but a game that brings you the most joy and fond memories while playing.
I think for me, to be honest, it would probably be in college. Because in college, when you're playing games, you didn't really have like a bedtime or anything, and like everybody was all just staying up late, and then like drinking became involved with it for the first time, and it was kind of just a new thing. So the game itself that I remember playing a lot in college was a Super Monkey Ball on GameCube.
Oh, that's a great one.
Yeah, great party game. You know, we would always get all hyped up and have a lot of good laughs over it. The boxing stage, I think I remember when like it was like 4 players and like you just have to like knock each other out of the ring, whatever, and that was a lot of fun.
Street Fighter 2 original, none of just the original 8 characters, because it's like the first game I ever played. And they had it at a pizzeria in Belmore, New York, where I first played it. And my dad would, no problem. My dad would take us like out. We would go get pizza or whatever, and then they had the machine there. And I'd never seen video games before because I wasn't allowed to play them for most of my life when I was growing up. My mom thought it would rot my brain and all that stuff.
And it did.
It did pretty much, yeah. But,
and all those drugs.
Yeah, right. Yeah. But
She was right.
I would say like Street Fighter 2, the music about it, the sounds and everything, it always makes me think of the smell of pizza. If I smell pizza, I think of Street Fighter 2 almost
the
immediately.
arcades a lot of times would be like in a pizza
place.
Like,
it would be an arcade machine or in a 7-Eleven or whatever, and that's where I first ever saw it. And I played it. I got my ass kicked. I was like 5 or something like that. I don't even know how old I was, but yeah, Street Fighter 2, the original one. I still love playing that one to this day. I like it a lot.
For sure.
Yeah.
For me individually, probably beating Metal Gear Solid for the first time was, I forgot how old I was at the time. Like 14 or whatever. It was a very eye-opening experience, very fun game. It was just, good memories of that one. But probably, like, realistically, from high school to college, Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, and San Andreas came out, and just me and the boys almost every night after school or whatever, just playing the games and stuff. I remember I had a session where I played GTA Vice City, for like, I don't know, 48 hours straight.
Ugh.
And my friend was
Sounds
like,
healthy.
Yeah. And my friend's like, hey, come on over. We're going to play some more Vice City at my place. I'm like, all right. So I get in my car and I'm driving over there and I'm driving down the road. And, there's like a bicyclist and a jogger and stuff.
You want to run him over?
And I started, I'm like, oh, wait, holy shit.
It really does warp you a bit when you're playing that.
I got to his house and I told him what happened. He's like, you should probably go home and go to bed. And I'm like, all right, yeah. But, just having fun with the guys, drinking like Mountain Dew Code Reds, and while someone's on AIM and someone's downloading Napster tunes, like that early 2000 shit was awesome.
That was Grand Theft Auto 3 was like the first time I remember staying up all night to play a video game. I had never done that before. I always had to go to bed at a certain time, but that Christmas vacation, when I got that for Christmas, I stayed up the entire night. I went to bed when the sun came up. I couldn't believe it.
John, what do you got?
Oh, man. Well, so many options. But actually, it's a game James and I used to play together all the time. It was either Final Fantasy 3 or Final Fantasy 7. I always get them confused, but it was the one on Super Nintendo.
Yeah, it was 3 on Super Nintendo, but the real number is 6, actually.
Okay, yeah. So I always get the one on Super Nintendo, that game we used to, I remember... Because, only really a one-player game, right, all the Final Fantasy, but we used to play it together, so we used to, make all the decisions together, and,
that's cool.
Who was going to, which way we were going to go, or which character we were going to pick, or, that sort of thing. So it was very collaborative effort between James and I. That was always a classic game for
And we
me.
also had, a Lifeline buddy on the phone. My friend Ed was going, when we get to a part where we're stuck and, you don't have the internet or anything to look it up, so you'd be like, call your boy Ed. Do it now. Now we could figure this part out. Call Ed.
He was like a strategy guide for us. Yeah, that's funny.
He's like the Nintendo hotline.
Dude, I had friends who would do that.
I actually talked to him recently, too. I talked to Ed not too long ago.
That's funny.
He's doing good, We played a little bit of Mortal Kombat 11, I think the new one, over,
Oh, yeah, I haven't played that yet.
Yeah.